Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name's Peter Fasciano.
And I'm Mary Bridget Fasciano, Peter's sister.
And today is Friday, which means we are doing a...
Bottle battle.
We're doing a bottle battle. So I selected these. I'm also the person that did these matchups. I don't know what they are. I just selected it from my sample pool. My sister and I are going to nose them and taste them, kind of give you an idea of what we think of them. And then we're going to tell you which one we prefer the most. These could be anything. I'm a whiskey promiscuous channel, so they could be bourbons, they could be ryes, they could be Irish, Japanese, American single malts, American whiskey, scotches, peated scotches, non-peated scotches. You get the idea. I am going to pour...
Wait, you're going to pour it?
This glass in these two.
I got it now.
Okay.
I know.
No, you don't.
Yes.
You were so confident in the last one. It's like, okay, this one is on my right.
Look at you.
What?
Seriously are pouring it yourself. You don't even trust me. Oh, that's dark.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said, I'm going to pour these, and then you're going to pour.
You're gonna pour it. Yeah, because
that.
you're giving me the visual of of the glasses that get poured. Yeah. So.
And they're labeled on the bottom, so we can...
Ooh.
What in the world?
Wow, look at that matchup.
What the heck?
I don't know. Did you pull the right ones?
This is going to be interesting. Oh, I just had some on my hand and wiped it on my mouth. Wow.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's very interesting. So this is going to be the glass on our left. That's going to be the glass on your right. And it's not going to be too difficult to keep these things separated. So Go ahead and give me that. I'll just go ahead and put it over here. All right. This is going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and start with the dark one.
You think we should start with the darker one, or we should start with the lighter one first? Isn't that typically like how now those are messed up over there?
Not
how you
anymore.
do that like with wine, you go from lighter to dark?
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know if that's true for whiskey also, but I would imagine it would.
As we are getting into this, I currently have a June and July giveaway happening. The deadline for the June giveaway is coming up on July 31st. I already shot my July 31st video, so I'm going to have to post an extra video just to show the winner of the June video. If you are interested in supporting the channel in increments of $5, there are rules to this giveaway in the description below. The June giveaway is going to be announced on July 31st. American participants only. So read the rules if you're interested in donating to the channel, supporting the channel.
Right. I felt like I just cheated because I started smelling while you were still talking.
Well, that's what you probably should have done, so there's no just dead air.
This smells like pineapple.
I'm going to one-up you. I think it's pineapple vanilla.
You always were a one-upper, weren't you?
Never. We have 4 kids in our family, and I'm the youngest of the 4.
But you get it, right?
But I do get it.
I'm so excited that I picked up pineapple before you smelled it.
And I just tag along. I'm the quiet one, if you could.
He is. He's the most easygoing, like the most amicable.
And I'm not a one-upper.
The quietest.
Yeah, this is... Actually, I'm actually getting a lot of proof to it, too. It's stinging the nose a little bit. Vanilla, pineapple.
Do you get a little bit of sulfur on the back end?
I don't get any sulfur. It's not to say that it's not there, but I'm pretty sensitive to sulfur. If you've seen our last 2 bottle battles. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything other than vanilla and pineapple?
I thought I did originally when I stuck my nose in it. That's why I asked about the sulfur, but it was...
There is a spice.
There was something there, and then it went away, and now I can't pick it up again.
Tangerine, nectarine.
Oh.
It's a fruit. It's fruity. Mm-hmm. And there's a tiny, I'm talking a very slight amount of spice, but I'm also could be mixing that up with the proof because I do think this is proof too.
Yeah. I don't know if that's I'm not good enough yet to differentiate. Like, I'm not sure if what I'm smelling is peach, if it is tangerine, if it's nectarine.
How about just orchard fruit?
Yeah. There we go.
Let's do with that.
I like
orchard
that.
fruit.
Orchard fruit.
All right, let's get this thing on the palate.
You didn't look at me.
Because I got distracted. We're going to get this thing on the palate. I'm very interested to see what this matchup is because I don't know what it would be to have something so I don't
light
know,
against
light
something
against
so
something
dark.
so dark. So cheers.
Cheers. Do you have a suspicion as to what kind of whiskey you think it is?
Irish. We've been on an Irish kick.
We have been on an Irish kick.
So cheers, everyone.
That's either Irish or Scotch.
That's malty, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Either a single malt Irish or a single malt Scotch. That is definitely proofy. I think that's high. Wow, that is just elevated. That's growing. That tastes really good.
Yeah. So here's what I did, and I don't think I've ever recognized it that I did before it and wasn't intentional. Before I took my sip, and now that we already took a sip, it probably won't work. But I breathed. Breathed, is that the right tense? I took
Breathed
a
in,
breath
did you?
in, and I got like all of this sweetness.
Yeah.
Before it ever.
It
was like almost like I could taste it before it ever hit.
I've done that before, and I've
mouth.
mentioned it. It's like right as you're drinking it, you take a breath, and it's either through your nose or through your mouth, and you get this explosion of flavor right before you end up
taste it. I've
tasting
never done that before, but I just did it on that. It was like all this orchard fruit.
Everything that I'm getting on the nose is coming through on the palate, and it's proofy. And it's either a single malt
is.
Irish or a single malt Scotch. That's my prediction.
Do you have a guess of what proof that is? I'm going to say it's 120 and above.
120 and above?
Yeah.
It's up there.
Look at, I'm getting cocky.
Yeah,
I'm getting
it's-
all cocky like I know what I'm doing.
It's up there because
Yeah.
it's sticking around. I still have a little bit of the ABV or the proof heat. It's still like radiating in my chest. And all of those orchard fruits are sticking around.
They are.
A little bit of spice too. And I'm going to distinguish the ABV with the spice. There is a spice in here. I wouldn't say Christmas spice,
No.
like
Is it
cinnamon.
like a ginger?
I keep on throwing out ginger. White pepper, and black pepper. And I don't know specifically what spice it would be. It is a very low, maybe it's a low-end spiced ginger.
Yeah.
Like a pickled ginger you would get in sushi.
Interesting.
Something like that. That's what I'm going with.
All right, okay.
Okay. I'm going to go on to glass number 2 while she's getting the second sip of glass number 1. Man, I am
That is proofy.
baffled as to the difference in the color and what this could possibly be. Like I've said before, I'm the person to put this matchup in here. So
that is
there's got to be
proofy.
a reason that it was here.
When I see something this light, it makes me think of ooh. Did you match them up because of the proofs? Did that just burn your nose?
You got to smell this.
Okay.
This is
You're scaring me now.
okay.
Anyway,
I'm
what I was saying is when I see something this light, and I think it's because I remember just from the beginning of your journey, that it reminds me of Japanese, like that coloring, because I remember Japanese whiskeys being very, very light.
Yeah, I think the only Japanese whiskey that I have in my collection that is this proof would be Nika from the Barrel. But I think still, Nika from the Barrel, that was my reaction. Nika from the Barrel
That's paint thinner.
This is weird. Let me finish my thought.
Okay, sorry.
Nika from the Barrel still has that delicate Japanese profile, like it would fall apart easily if you did anything to it. I don't think this is delicate. I think this has some backbone to
Yeah.
it. So I don't think it's Japanese. Okay.
That's totally paint thinner.
Isn't this? That was my reaction. Not that it was stinging my
Stinging
nose
your
because of the
nose,
proof.
but-
This has a
Yeah.
very bizarre nose to it.
It's like paint thinner mixed with nail polish.
And throw in butterscotch.
Okay.
Butterscotch, paint thinner, and acetone.
And maybe that's when I'm saying acetone, that's that nail polish. Like when you open a bottle of nail polish and you go to paint your nails, that initial smell of,
You know what this also smells like?
what's that?
Very early on in this channel, I did it's been so long ago, I don't even know if I know the name. Is it St. George out of Alameda? And it tasted like boiling potatoes. It tasted and it smells like boiled potatoes.
Okay. Like you're making an Irish meal.
Yeah. And if you were boiling potatoes, that you know how that starch gives
Yeah.
off a certain this comes across as starchy.
You know, it has a different
Starchy.
smell the further away or the closer you bring it to your nose. Like the closer you bring it and really put your nose in there, you smell that paint thinner and acetone, when you bring it back a little further, you can pick up more on some of those subtle sweet scents without that acetone hitting you in the face.
Butterscotch, tobacco, acetone.
Butterscotch. I'm not picking up on the butterscotch, but
Starchy, boiled potatoes. This is bizarre.
Okay.
I know I've said that multiple times, but I don't think I've smelled something quite like this.
I always think of music. Like, songs pop into my head all the time when you say things. So when you say butterscotch, I'm thinking of Captain and Tennille. Hurry on down to the butterscotch castle. It's Captain and Tennille, now that's dating us. That's like back in the 70s.
I don't think I've ever heard that. Really? Maybe it was her rendition that's throwing me.
That's throwing you a little bit.
All right, let's get this thing on the palate.
Okay.
I'm interested.
I haven't even hit it to my lips, but I breathed in and I got a bunch of proof.
Ooh. Ooh. That is hot. And surprisingly, pretty damn good.
If I can get past that heat.
I don't think the palate matches the nose, thankfully.
I'm not playing with myself. I have
Thank God.
I have like a sticker in my legging that is.
Ooh, I'm sweating.
Look at your face.
Oh,
it's
man.
all red.
Is it? That's hot.
Yeah, your face just turned all red.
Ooh.
That's
I got like a hot flash.
I said I wasn't gonna like move all over the place this video because you like sit still like a statue, and I'm always like, it reminds me of my daughter. I can't sit still, but I have a sticker in my legging.
Here's why I sit still for the videos. For editing purposes, if I'm doing a bunch of movements and there's something that's being said and I need to do a cut, it's a lot easier to do a cut when I'm sitting still.
So do you concentrate on sitting still?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I know I'm the one that's editing these videos. So I sit still.
Thank you. That makes me feel better because I go back and I rewatch these videos and I'm like, I have ADD. Like, I can't sit still, and you're like a freaking statue.
Because it's a pain in the ass to edit.
Okay, I promise.
But don't sit still. I can work around it. This is a very interesting.
Yeah, I want to taste this
matchup.
Again, back to back, like I did with that first one, because.
So I'm wondering if I matched this up because of
the
proofs.
ABV?
I wonder if these are high proof Irish single malts. But then my mind is going to what high proof Irish single malts do I have? Because I know I do. Is it 2 stacks? Is the highest proof Irish that I have? Oh, cannabis.
I'm allowed to say that?
Yeah, cannabis.
But I don't really know what cannabis tastes like. I'm just saying, like, if I knew what cannabis tasted like, that's what I got.
All right, I'm baffled.
That's what I got on that aftertaste.
I get a little bit of sweet tobacco. There might be some mixture of like cocoa powder in here. Not a dark chocolate or a milk chocolate, but maybe like a cocoa cooking powder.
You know what I have to say?
Uh-huh.
I kind of like this.
I kind of do too.
I mean, the proof, like from where I'm at right now, is a lot for me, but I can see. I keep saying this, like I realized I've said this a couple of times in my last videos, that I could be here eventually, and I'm saying it again. I feel like a broken record, but the taste beyond that proof is nice, and it's weird to say smooth with how proofy.
It's smooth with a kick.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, is that like something that's possible?
So as you were talking, yes, it is possible.
Okay.
As you were talking, right before I took a sip, I don't know if you caught it or not, but as I was drinking, I kind of exhaled in the glass and it hit my eyes. The proof did, and I had to close my eyes because
it burned
it burnt.
That's funny. Okay.
I'm at a loss. I have no idea. So what we're going to do here is we're going to clear our palates a little bit, go back and forth, A-B, compare these. We'll have a little bit of a discussion. I don't think our discussions influence our decision on what we're going to like the most. So once we do that, we'll come back and we'll give you our decisions on what we like and what we don't. So we will be right back.
I think I already know what I like, which is interesting.
You got to BA testing.
I know. I got to go by the rules.
All right, so we'll be right back.
Okay, we're back, and I think we have a decision.
Yeah, this is an absolute bizarre matchup. I am going to be, is the word flabbergasted, once we figure out what these things are. So I'll go ahead and let you start. So you can talk your way through of, first of all, what you got and which one you like the most.
Okay, so I like them both, I think, but I like them both for different reasons. I really enjoy the smell on this because I really like the smell of that pineapple and that sweetness. Although I still get that pineapple on the palate, I think the ABV on this, and there's like a little bit of a bitterness to the back of that, at least for me, to the back of that pineapple flavor that I don't enjoy so much in the end. This, I was telling Peter that the longer that it sat here, the less I was picking up on that acetone and the nail polish smell, and the more maple started coming through. And there was a little bit of cinnamon scent that came through as well. So although it was hot, I have to say I enjoyed both the nose after that acetone flavor went away and the taste on the palate more on this one than I did on this one. So this is going to be my number one, and this is going to be my number two. This tasted like that quintessential Scotch Irish flavor once I tasted it that I have not really, that I'm not as in love with.
You're talking single malt Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, single malt Irish and single malt Scotch.
Yeah, flavor that you get that I'm trying to learn to like, but I'm not quite there yet. And I didn't get that because to me it has like this aftertaste that I'm not that quite a fan of. Mm-hmm. I like this one.
So we are in agreement with our order.
Oh.
Glass number 2, the glass on our right, this one, is a flavor explosion.
Yeah.
The experience, like if you're talking about a journey in a glass, this goes through quite the journey. You're getting something on the nose, you're getting something on the palate. Each time you go back to it, it's revealing a little bit more. The sweet tobacco notes come out. The acetone note kind of goes away. It's not there on the palate. It's high in the ABV. I feel that there is a good chocolate note, the cinnamon note, the maple note. And when I say chocolate note, I mean more of a like cacao or a baking powdered chocolate. That's what I'm getting here. And the proof
and cannabis
is insane. And to top it off, that cannabis note is coming through. And I've made this analogy, or I've said this before, if both of these glasses had a voice, this would be a whisper and this would be screaming.
Yeah.
It is an insane pour that you should experience whatever it is.
You know what? I wonder if I like this one more because that cannabis note is a very earthy note. And I happen to like things, not just in the way things taste, but even in like my perfumes and things like that. I like earthy scents and earthy flavors, except for mushrooms. Not a fan of mushrooms, which is very earthy, which is interesting that I don't like mushrooms. But this has a very earthy taste to it, like the horse soldier, where it tasted like grass. Like
I don't get that because I am not a grass floral.
No, I don't think it tastes like grass. It tastes earthy. Like when you were talking about the taste of tobacco and things like that, like in my mind, tobacco was earthiness to me. And so I think that's why I like this one so much better, is because it's very earthy and sweet at the same time. Whereas that's just kind of pineapple and has this weird bitter aftertaste.
Are you ready to reveal?
I am. I'm so curious. Are you ready?
I'm very curious as well. Now, just like in typical fashion, we're not giving justice to glass number 1. It's good, but because we're doing a bottle battle and, comparison, I know Christina has said this in the comments before and other people have too, and I'm not exactly positive what the phrase is, but comparison is the death of good, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Whenever you're comparing something, something's going to win and something is going to lose. And then when you pick up on like the loser of it, this is not bad. It really is not bad.
No.
But since we are comparing it, the comparison of glass 2 is better than glass one. I can see myself drinking this.
Yeah. I could see you drinking this too.
Yeah.
Not me quite yet, but I
Yeah.
can see you. So do you have an idea, like, do you think you paired these up because of the proof?
I do,
that your guess?
but I also have a sneaking suspicion as to what they are, but I'm not going to say. I'll confirm it once we figure this out, because knowing what I have is high proof, and with this being such a bizarre experience, I have an idea of what it is.
You think so?
And I'll just say it. I think this is an American single malt, and I think this is a Scotch. Because there's nothing that I have in my collection that has this drastic of a difference.
Okay.
And I think the reason why I matched them up is because I wanted to see how a Westward single malt would do
compare to,
over.
what would you call it, a European?
No, it's a Scotch. And the only Scotch single malt that I have that I think is this high end now that my brain is starting to click, those gerbils are running. I think this is Aberlour.
What will it? It sounded like you just mumbled. What?
Yeah, I think it's Aberlour.
Aberlour?
Yeah.
Aberlour.
And
Okay.
yeah, so
All right.
and-
Can I look at this one and you look at that one?
so glass number 1 is here, glass number 2 is here, and keep them
This
over
is our
here.
first one.
Yeah, keep them over here because I have them listed
Yep.
on the bottom. So
Okay, so you want to
I'm gonna put
reveal
my-
our second one first?
I'm gonna put my glasses on. Yeah, so our second place is. Yeah, there you go.
Look at
yeah.
you!
But that, don't give me credit because I'm the person that put
Put
these
them
together.
together.
So, Aberlour cask strength. So this is a cask strength Aberlour. It's a. I'm gonna grab the bottle, but it's
Okay.
Aberlour or something like
Abadoo.
that. It's when you look at the label, you'll say the same thing. Yeah, it's Westward Cask strength, and I think this is 100. I think the Westward is 125 proof.
Okay,
so
I
think
said,
you were right.
yeah,
you were
where
right
I
there.
said I think it's above 120.
All right, so let me go ahead and grab these bottles. I want to familiarize myself with the proof, and I'm not positive on the finishes or the maturation of them. So I'll just reveal the bottles and the proof, and then we'll get on with it.
Okay.
No, so I'm gonna let my sister dissect the bottle. So here's what it is. and
So
then that's-
Aberlour, established in 1879 distillery. It is,
read the label though. What
I
does the
am,
label say?
a single malt Scotch, original cask strength, matured in bourbon oak barrels.
Oh, there's that was the vanilla that we were getting.
Oh,
The vanilla and the
okay.
pineapple.
Yeah. And it is, where's the proof?
Abunda Alba. So Abunda Alba. I think I'm
Oh,
pronouncing
it's
that.
114.2 proof.
So 114
okay.
proof, and this is cask strength 125. So that was
That
on
was
your
that
side.
one.
This is my side. So I paid $114 at the time, and in fact, this was the very first cask strength whiskey.
How much was that one?
This was 114. This is the first cask strength whiskey that I ever had, and I was a little bit worried on what it was going to be like. And I felt the very first time that I had it, it felt like it like cauterized my esophagus closed. It was that hot. I wasn't ready for it.
And this is, does that say 99 or 49?
$99.99, so $100.
okay.
So there you go. If you have had this matchup, if you have had either one of these, if you have them in your collection, do a blind.
Well, now that they see it,
Well, yeah, you're definitely going to know.
But
let me know what you think of either one or both. And again, the reason why I put these in there is they were high proof,
and
they were also single malts.
malts.
So an
Okay.
American single malt and a Scotch single malt. That was very interesting.
yeah.
So if you have stuck around this far, let me get into the details of the giveaway. We're getting close to the July giveaway deadline, which is going to be on the 31st, which is going to be a Wednesday. I have already shot the Sip It or Skip It episode, so I will release a new video later on in the day that will announce the winner. So be ready for that. It's an American contest only. I can't ship overseas, which is very unfortunate. I really do apologize for that, but I think there are too many risks involved in shipping something overseas. Here's how it works. If you're interested in supporting the channel somehow, some way, you can do increments of $5. Every increment of $5 is going to get you one entry into the giveaway. And what you will win if you are selected is your choice of anything that I reviewed in June. And you can do 6 2-ounce samples of anything that I reviewed in June. If it
June
appeared,
or July?
both. But I'm doing June right now because that's coming up. The June giveaway is automatically going to include the Jim Beam Black 7 Flight. So you're going to get that no matter what. And then you can choose 6 other 2-ounce samples of anything that appeared on the channel in June. And then the same thing happens in July. The July giveaway is also closing July 31st, which is Wednesday. And then on our first Friday flight fight, hopefully you're going to be involved in that. Our first Friday flight fight in August is going to be the announcement of the July giveaway. And I don't have a whole lot of participants in the July giveaway, but the July giveaway is the same thing as the June. The one flight that's going to be automatically included is going to be the Jack Daniels flight that we did. That's going to be automatically included. And then you can pick 6 2-ounce samples of anything else that appeared in the month of July. So you have to be 21 years of age or older to win. You can enter as many times as you would like. If you are interested in the June giveaway, donate to a June video so I can put you in my June wheel. And then if you want a July giveaway, I will put you into the July wheel. And it's just a randomizer. So if you donate $10, I'll put your name in there twice. It's randomized.
How quickly I did that math.
Yep. And then I'll just randomize the wheel and then spin it and then announce the winner. I think that's it.
That's it. All right.
All right. So I have my sister for one more video. We're going to clean up here, and then on Monday, you will see us again. So wherever you are at in your journey. And Tony, I know it's been a while, so I'm going to dump mine together.
Okay.
And then the two of us can taste this. So wherever you are at in your journey, I hope you are enjoying it because these matchups are wild. I love shooting with my sister.
Aw. And I love shooting with him.
I don't necessarily particularly care for this.
Oh.
But either way, our journeys are good. And,
wait a
when
minute.
you have somebody to experience a journey with, latch on to a whiskey buddy.
That's not bad. What do you mean you don't care for that?
I don't care for it.
Okay, you're allowed not to care for it. I'll
Thank
let
you.
you.
All right. So let's go ahead and taste it and see what it's like. So 125 proof and then 114 proof. If you guys can do the math really quick,
That
take
pineapple
those and figure out what
kind
the
of
overall proof would be.
overwhelmed everything.
It's more hot than anything. Holy cow, is that hot? That proof of that Westward is really getting me. Yeah.
You're hysterical because
Yeah.
look at
Am I turning red?
your face is getting.
There's got to
I
be.
can feel it
I know.
coming off of you.
Isn't that insane? I'm
I
sweating.
know. I just touched you.
Oh,
You're wet.
man. Okay, we're gonna go. We'll see you on Monday. And Tony, that's a blend that I think you can probably skip.
Cheers.
All right.